What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and it is our Raiders franchise. It is week 3, coming off of a, I wouldn't say disappointing loss, because, you know, Seattle Seahawks, they have some pretty great weapons, especially with Russell Wilson, so it's not necessarily disappointing, but maybe a little bit of a surprising one. We're usually not a type of team to give up that many points, but we obviously did, and obviously the leash is going to be short on Mr. Huntley. Not saying that McKenzie's way better or Trubisky's way better, but at the end of the day, it was a close race to begin with. There were some things we didn't like last week, and more importantly, there's a lot of potential sitting at that number 2 spot with McKenzie. Is this, is the series based on, all along he wanted McKenzie because he's a youngster rookie and that's going to be the future? Maybe, but if Huntley's good, I don't care. I don't really care. Just whoever's good, we got to run with him more. We got to be smarter with the ball, and we got to hope our offensive line doesn't sell like it usually does because we had very little time to throw last week. So honestly, it doesn't really matter who you put in. I kind of feel like they just get killed last week anyways. This is what the roster looks like if you're new, which is, really weird because, why would you be new? You should be a returning subscriber, which you could do by clicking that little red thing on the bottom, and you can leave a like. Of course, we are streaming this live on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. All the usuals are here pretty much. Some aren't. Most are. And you could be a usual if you can convince me to stream, because I'll probably end up selling next week. But that's the offense. Here's the defense. A little bit of a morale drop. Was that just from losing? Because, we're 1-1. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't be that quick. But let's take a look, actually, what the morale is. -5 play rec, so it's all just play rec. I do remember that, actually. A little bit of an L. Yeah, we took a little bit of an L, but we're fine. Let's take a look at the Players of the Week award, see if we got any. I can't remember what we would have had. Maybe we would have given up one. We did! Oh, yeah, I forgot. Kareem Jackson with 3 interceptions. Nice! I love it. But obviously, this week, the Texans, a team that still is decent because Deshaun Watson, they were able to work with him and they got things down that he wanted done. And obviously now the Texans are in a much better place because they have a franchise quarterback again. So I'm not going to be thinking, oh, well, it's an easy team. It's the Texans. Even if they're 0-2, this could be another team that we lose to. Let's go over to the Texans to see if they change anything up with their roster. They got Watson, Philip Lindsay. Was he already there? Yeah, I think he was already there, and they must have re-signed him, or maybe he was signed to multiple years. Cooks is still here. They did not improve the wide receiver position, which is a little surprising. They did get David Njoku. They didn't really believe in Brevin Jordan for some reason. Tunsil's still at left tackle. They spent a lot to get him, but it's worked out. The rest of the offensive line, though. I don't know if it really matters if you get a franchise left tackle if everyone else sucks. D-line, they also haven't changed that. Houston was pretty ferocious for a while. Merciless was really good. Clowney was good enough when he was healthy, and same with J.J. Watt. He was a god when he was healthy. Now they just suck. And is that guy's name Swallow? Oh, no, it's just Wallow. I thought it said Swallow, but hey, that's for a different time. They got Desmond King, so they have some pretty good corners. Justin Reed and Lonnie Johnson. So they're obviously missing some core players in really important positions, specifically the pass rush. We should have all day to throw, and we should be able to run the ball decently well. But everything else, it's adequate enough. Maybe the wide receiver, they need a wide receiver. They need a new tackle. They need a pass rusher, and they can compete. It's kind of like Seattle. They've got a lot of holes, but their offense is good enough to carry. But here we are in Oakland. That's not true. We're in Las Vegas. I feel like I should probably know where we play football nowadays, but I don't. Okay, leave me alone. Jaron Reed is always the guy that's shown practicing, and honestly, he's probably the guy that needs to practice the least. He has come in here and dominated. This man has just been blowing past offensive linemen left and right. He's opened the lane up for Clellan at times, and realistically, it's the edge that's failing. The interior has just been really good. The edge isn't taking advantage of it somehow, some way. The interior is still getting the double teams. The edge is basically one-on-one across the board every single play, and yet it's still the interior that's getting the pressure. So if Max Crosby doesn't start improving, I don't know what the hell we're going to do. Honestly, the guy has so much potential, and he isn't playing up to it. He really isn't, which is really shocking. I thought he would, and that's why we kind of brought in Gresham, because Yannick Ngakoue looked really bad when he was playing for us. So that's the key to this game. Get some pressure, and then offensively, slow it down. You should have more opportunities with this, pretty bad pass rush, if we're going to be honest, from Houston, and obviously run the ball inside with whoever, really. Drake, Jacobs, get Drake involved a little bit more this week as well, and And we should have a good time. Once again, they're 0-2. It's a team that you're not saying, oh, they're just easy in the easiest thing in the world, but we have a lot of confidence going into this one. That is expert stalling. And Malui not looking bad. Is it Malui? Is it Maluia? I feel like Malui makes more sense, right? Malai. I don't know. Usually like Samoan dudes, which I assume he's a Samoan dude, have those like really cool, unique names. And Max Crosby, well, if you voted yes, maybe not looking so good. Obviously, that wasn't a sack, but he kind of got destroyed there, so there's that. Watson on a 3rd and 4 now. Gonna actually pass the ball, and that's a pretty good look, and wow, we almost got the pick there with Mullen. You can see why he put the feet down, so I don't really hate that Mullen went for the pick, but it's a 3rd and 4. You probably swat the ball since you're getting the ball back anyways. It's happening. Cullen going to be taking the double team again here, and that's going to be a run. And we try to get the hit stick. We sold, damn it. And there goes Malui again. Who's he replacing? I feel like he's in for someone injured, right? I kind of forgot, though. It's not Kwiatkowski. Is it Diablo that got... No, it's not Diablo. And we got the blitz. No one's free, and there goes Clellan. And just like that, Max Crosby only needs a sack. I believe. I imagine that counts as one. That being a sack already, or a half, is really clutch. And we're going to get locked up, and he's going to take the shot. Mullen in good coverage. Picked off. Perfect defense. I was honestly a little surprised they didn't call PI. Kind of stopped him in his tracks, but at the same time, the ball was a lot shorter than the receiver was willing to run. Really good start for the defense. Watson looking a little shaken. You know, he's kind of looking like, hey, this Raiders defense is a lot better than I thought. 1st and 10 for the 2. Obviously, we just said we're going to run the ball up the middle, and we're going to stand by that, or run by that. He's so hilarious to the 7-yard line. Not a bad little start to get out of danger. But what are we doing now? Getting ourselves into danger. And I actually kind of like this RPO look. And we're going to hand this off. And there goes Jacobs. Only going to gain about 2, though. Maybe should have taken all the way to the tackle spot, but, you know, it is what it is. Read option from our own 9. That's very unlikely for them to expect it, but at the same time, I kind of don't want them to just have a freebie. So we're going to look at Ruggs here. And Huntley's going to slip it and gain all the way to the 19. I will call him Huntley a bunch of times. We'll get it down sooner or later. Foster Moreau, I know, has played pretty well, but we're going to go for the block from him because I just don't trust the O-line lately. We should have taken that. Of course, he got open 30 yards on the field, which isn't an easy throw, but he actually was breaking free sooner than that. I should have threw it at that point. And to the outside. I know we're supposed to run inside, but I believed in some outside plays. And icing on the cake. Do we trust it? Pre-play, I kind of predetermined it. Not a bad throw. We just kind of ran out of room. And more importantly, Hunter Renfrow really didn't get the separation. So 0-2 start from Huntley, but not his fault. Just not great play design, but more importantly, just no separation. Got to remember that our receivers have put up some decent numbers in their first year here, but overall, they aren't really that great. So playing against a team that actually kind of fixed their cornerbacks a bit, not as guaranteed to dominate as you would think, as Clellan is not going to get there, but of course we stop Lindsey. Actually running the ball a lot more than I would have expected. We try to contain the quarterback on the runs, but we'll see. And that is a false start. We try to get over there, couldn't. And Jeff Gladney's going to make it short. Both offenses look abysmal to start this game. Pepto-abysmal. Stomach ache. 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line. Trusting the man coverage. Trying to get back over and over the middle. And what a hell of a dive, but doesn't get there in time. And is that in joke? I thought Brevin Jordan wore 85. Did they switch the numbers just for him? That seems like something I wouldn't expect. Oh, is he number 9? Is he actually? That actually makes sense now. And I don't really like where we are. There's so much time. Nobody in the world could play defense like that. And they get a play to Cooks all the way down to the 5. Maybe should have seen that coming, but how do you see a play coming 10 seconds, after the fact? So Crosby got that half, but so far, not looking super great on the D-line. And we've been trying to use our Clellan, which is, kind of... Fellas? That was strange. And Gladney gets absolutely turned around, and Cooks finishes what he started, giving them the most likely 7-point lead. Like, that is awful. Like, what is that? Just like this song. It's called Overdose. Sounds like I am overdosing. Thank you. Josh Jacobs up the middle. That's what we said we're going to work on. And that's what we're going to do, baby. Up the middle, Jacobs going to go as far as out to the side as he could and then cut it back in. You know, it's whatever is open. Whatever's open. A little bit of a slow start to the season, but that is like what? I think 5 per. Is that? It's pretty close to it, right? 4 for 2. That 4 per? One of the two. To the outside, 2nd and 8, and of course, when Jacobs gets a little bit of blocking, you know with this team, it's probably a hold, and that's what it is. It's a freaking hold. White Amari Cooper, pretty much. I didn't even think about it at the time. We just didn't have any good numbers. It was like 16 or 12, I believe. It's like, yeah, I'll go with number 19, thank you very much. At least the fans can't complain about not having Cooper back, I suppose. And that's kind of intersecting, Ruggs deep. I don't really like this play. I feel like this is just an L. There's Cooper, and he's not going to see it, but it's a missed throw by Huntley. No. It was a great sell underneath, I believe. Was it by the running back? Put the ball up right where it needed to be, but the throw was over. It was where it needed to go. Jacobs, there's no one on him. There's no one on him. That's a great throw. Jacobs to the sideline. Really? I get it's Justin Reed, but really, Jacobs? Jacobs, you don't want to freaking run a guy over? Really clutch throw. I know it's not hard, but, you know, I mean, the other one is hard, obviously, but there's no pressure either way. So technically it's, I mean, they're kind of the same. And we're going to look to run with Huntley. And instead of running, we're going to see Edwards. And he drops it. No way. Who was the one that made the play there? Absolutely clutch play. Really smart by us with Huntley. Trying to throw it out to the right a little bit more than where it went, but it was a really good throw. That needs to be caught. That absolutely needs to be caught. And inside, that is an awful job. Simpson, you have played the starting role around here because of injury way too many times to sell that. The team's kind of, you know, not super great. Not exactly sure what yet, though. That's a lot of words. To the outside, and I'm just saying, Huntley, you've had a very clean pocket today. And these throws are not NFL caliber throws you're missing here. Well, that was a weird way to put it, but yeah, sure. You can't miss that. It's not like, oh, well, Waller's slow. He's like the second, well, he's the number 1 most athletic guy when you consider the fact that he's a tight end, but he's very athletic. You can't miss that throw, simply put. And Clellan actually getting locked up, gets a little slip under, and they're going to call that illegal touching. I kind of thought he was like inbounds fading. That was a little strange. Was that even illegal touching? Thought it was an ineligible man downfield for a second. Did take a while to get that throw, but I don't think it was a read or an RPO, which I suppose is run pass option. Chance to get to 1.5 if he breaks free, and nice little slip under. Get up there. Huge hit, but obviously Njoku's a huge guy, a really big target. Great job by them to bring in, you know, some new names, and he does get the first down. And we're going to back it off. A little bit of man coverage, and Gladney, no. Wow. That had to be Cooks, right? Yeah, it's Cooks. Very insane acceleration. Brandon Cooks is debatably the most underappreciated player in the last, like, half decade, maybe full decade. The man just constantly performs no matter where he is, and he's still kind of young. And underneath, is that going to be Nico Collins for the near first down? I kind of wish we would have just gave it to him. And they're going to get pretty good blocking again. Max, somebody break off. Watson. Really weird that he doesn't. I mean, I've seen that happen a lot from Watson, but like, just run for the first down, dude. I don't know if he's just trying to cheese it to save this 3rd and inches play. You want to just try to go for something crazy because he just knows this is guaranteed, which if that's the method, I mean, it worked, unfortunately. Is no one injured? Oh, there's Phillip Lindsay. And thankfully, the edge, I don't know if it was Gladney, whoever it was, held up their end of the bargain enough to force him back inside because he was gone. He was out of here. He was leaving. And Kwiatkowski, that's our fault, and that's going to be another first down. Is this back-to-back losses? Like I said, I wouldn't underestimate Houston, and based on defense, I would almost say Houston's defense is better just because of those corners they added. But yeah, I mean, the receiving options aren't as good, but Cooks is doing something, and Njoku's been clutch so far in the possession department. I don't know, dude. This is a pretty good team, all things considered. As long as you got Watson, I mean, anything's possible, really. It's crazy how that works, and that's a touchdown. A huge hit by Abram. Was like, is that a touchdown? I don't think so. Let's try to bait it with Abram. We have to cover Lindsey because there's no one on him. And I don't cover Lindsey. And on top of that, Nico Collins uses that big frame of his to add the second touchdown of the day onto the Texans scoreboard. First and 10 for the 23-yard line, up the middle. And yeah, we are just not getting the block there at all. 6 for 10. Jacobs is just not having a good season with this line. Of course, they are stacking, but I really do like this trap play. 2nd and 10 run after a failed first down run. Seems like a good call. And it is a good call. Jokes aside, Jacobs almost throwing a guy to the side. The guy just willingly left. To the left, Jacobs gets a pretty good blocks again. And once again, Justin Reed kind of wins the one-on-one. Obviously, he gets trucked over, but the play doesn't continue. You know, the run stops where it is. And when it's working, you continue to work it. And, ooh, a little strip attempt there. Of course, it's going to be the first down regardless. Kind of have that Edwards play to set up the deep shot. Play action look. We're going to be on the run here. We're going to look for Ruggs. And that is a very good job by, who is that, Desmond? I mean, that's not Huntley's fault. I thought we had enough lift on it, and we just didn't. He baited it all the way. He was like, I know my limitations. I mean, he's beat, right? I want that ball to get around here, if I can show it. Okay, yep, that's what I wanted. I mean, right in the middle, like right where the T is on positive play. Instead, it doesn't get the lift it needs, and it's around the heart, unfortunately. Definitely not a good look on offenses. We just have no points at all yet. Just no points at all, and it doesn't seem like we're going to get close to points. And a run for Phillip. There you go, Kwiatkowski. There's something about Kwiatkowski. He's super freaking old, and it makes me sad, but I just love him. I don't know why. I just like him a lot. Of course, Diablo on the coverage of Phillip Lindsay. Pretty good coverage over the middle. I mean, that's good coverage again by Gladney. I just feel like Gladney, he just wasn't born with the size for the position. I mean, he feels like he's all over at every play, but he's just not big enough to force out the ball or press someone at the line to force them to get out of their freaking, you know. Ooh, and Arnett misses. You know, to get off the line quickly enough. It's just a bit of an L, honestly, but maybe back at the number 3 spot, I'm not sure. We need to draft corner somewhat high, I feel. Trayvon Mullen's really solid what he does, but our cornerback situation is just not great enough. And Max had a chance, but he got rid of the ball pretty early. Gains about 4, which is not crazy high amount of yards, but 4 yards are on par for the first, I suppose. It's really all that matters. All right, come on. Let's run over a guy. And that's the double team. We got to get in there. Good job, Crosby. Gains nothing, believe it or not. Or maybe a half a yard if you want to get technical with it. 3rd and 5. Come on, get off the line, boys. Max, we did what we could, and Phillip Lindsay's too cool with it, dude. He was way too smooth with that. He knew where the first down line was, and he basically just walked for it. That is harmful to my health, I ain't gonna lie. And no, it's a bad throw, and it works, and he's going to score. He's short down to the 1. I mean, we'll let the clock go this time, but just trying to get the big boom play, assuming someone was going to come up and make the play, but everyone just took really trash angles. There's got to be a run, so you're going to run commit here every day of the week, and we miss him. Malui, I am shocked that we stopped him. Somebody went for the spear in the back, and somehow it didn't push him in. Whoever was locked in one-on-one with him, basically having to stop 2 players because of the last second freaking hit. Impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. And, of course, we're going to shoot the gap. And there's no gap to shoot. We actually give up the lane, technically. And they're going to be up 3 freaking scores. Jacobs, maybe the throw's kind of a little bit more than it needed to be. Of course, the big issue with this team is just the line seems disinterested. I don't know what it is. I really don't. They just don't seem interested in blocking for anyone. 2nd and 5, Waller maybe. Obviously, Ruggs is the hot route. Ruggs is very open. Did he get it? I almost thought he missed it. That ball was a little bit further than I needed it to be there, Huntley, but you got the ball there, so we're just gonna forget that ball was trash. I'm gonna go on the run. And we're just gonna run with Huntley. Really good block there. Hey, get your hands off me, wild man. We kind of learned from our mistake earlier. Took the shot with Edwards, who was open, but you know, we could have just guaranteed ourselves a ton of yards. Should have just played it safe, I suppose. There's Waller. Once again, a little bit deeper than I want it, but we have some pretty good receivers, especially with keeping their feet in bounds. This is a very clutch drive. If we can even get 3, that's huge, but I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm kind of feeling it's score, you know, touchdown or bust. Kind of set this up as an in-cut from Renfro, but Edwards is my main look. Can they drop back in time? And they did enough. And that's a really good job by, who's number 21? I don't even know who the hell that guy is. They did enough on that drop back. I think I could hit Edwards in the back of the end zone there, but, you know, just saying. I should have taken Waller, but we're going to go for Hunter Renfro again. This time you call the timeout, but now you really have to debate what you want to do. And there's Hunter again. 3 straight throws of Hunter Renfro on the short look. We get the touchdown, and we have life. It's not great life, but it's, you know, it's minimum wage in a dumpster. We're still alive. And I thought I just missed the kick. They're going to run it again? Oh, it's a read option. This doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Good stiff arm, but like, okay. Especially with people with dark on their... Ooh, Jacobs. Stiff arm. There you go. Oh, there he goes. Trucking. That's the Jacobs we love. It wasn't a crazy big gain, but the boy is a tank. I love him. I want to tank him. I'm sorry, that was rude. That was weird. I can't trust it. Throw it away. Oh, my God. What is that back step? Slowed down to see Edwards, and I re-accelerated because I was just going to take the running lane, and instead he just backs up so freaking far, we basically just like backed that ass up right onto someone. Oh, man, throw it away. Damn, dude. Now that's the offensive line sucking. Now that is not on us. That is the offensive line sucking some mad D. All right, screen pass. Drake's been pretty healthy this season. That could be picked, and it is. That is, I don't know what to tell you. Cunningham just made a hell of a play. That's a GG. I will say, if he doesn't make that play, I mean, he's converting. There's no one in sight, dude. There's literally no one in sight. Cunningham just made a play. And Jacob, what are you doing, Jacobs? I know Waller's a big guy, but how did you fall down? You broke the tackle, pal. And, I mean, that's all right coverage, but Drake is obviously open enough to throw it. 2 interceptions, 1 touch. I mean, it has not looked great. I'm just going to be honest. We have not looked dominant. We look really bad, actually. Waller's my look, but... Edwards, thank you. Straight up to the line. I mean, it's only 7 minutes in the freaking third, but when you're down 3 touchdowns, you kind of have to get a move on, right? Jacobs going out there could be like, you know... And I had Ruggs, kind of. I can't believe he left... He really left Jacobs there to run. I thought he was going to run with him. You know, my long read decisions have been a little iffy, so I don't want to get us in trouble with a really tough throw. And there goes Waller. A little bit of a bad throw, but it gets there. Let's hurry up to the line again, see if we can turn it into something else. What the hell is this? I don't know what I'm looking at, honestly. And, of course, the juke move doesn't work, so we lose 3 yards. That safety does not look like he's going deep. Edwards, perfectly timed ball, and he misses! Perfect freaking pocket, and he blows it. There's simply put, we can't. Like, you can't miss that throw with no pressure. Ruggs, and that's another miss. That is another miss. He's not the starter. Oh, no. There you go, Abram. Another huge hit. You never know. We gave up a touchdown on defense. You just never know. Max Crosby. That's good defense by Gladney. Swat this. Good D. 4th and 9. That's what the defense... That's what the offense needed. The defense needed to just come up clutch. And we're going to go for the defense. Or the return. And try to cut it left. Could not. To the 46. I mean, you're almost guaranteed points if you just get the first down. And that was almost picked. Very close either way, though. I got the vibration for the catch. Just a really tough angle, especially with low throw power across the board from this team. We're just going to go back to the ground game with Jacobs. Screw it. What a cutback. That was freaking hard to find reads today. It's really hard to see. And are they serious? They're not joking. They're actually bringing this much freaking pressure in to stop whatever. Edwards, I don't know what this song is, but Edwards getting a little bit of yardage. Try to stay in bounds, because obviously going out of bounds doesn't actually help us. It hurts us. Edwards on the play action. Jacobs, nice try on the swat. Really good job to run him in over on top of it. Should be, no, it is a first down. Okay, fair enough. Play action look, Waller. No, I seen the fullback. Waller was indeed going to get open. I did not believe the fullback was going to get open that quickly. I sold. Even the fullback scores on that. That's a missed opportunity. Throw it and pressure again. Oh my god. Okay. We're just not getting a whole lot of time to develop things. That's first and foremost. And two, I'm only looking at my predetermined reads. Because sometimes you just don't have time, you know? Renfro, Waller. Waller could be my luck. And that's going to be picked off. He swatted it, thankfully. There was no one open there. Even Waller didn't break free. A field goal does nothing here for us, but at the same time, I don't feel like we're going to get a 4th and 10. So I don't know, dude. I really don't know. Like, you don't trust the superstar on the edge. Waller on the inside. I think if you want Drake streaking, you go here. Okay, that's strange. Thank you. I don't know if I like this. I really don't. Waller, please get this throw. And of course they They picked it off. McKenzie. Are you joking me? That is the luckiest thing I've ever seen in my life. What is GG, dude? The Texans are playing some insane football right now. Like, what do you want from me? I don't know. I do not know. They basically just stole it from his hand. Here goes Crosby. Can't get in there. You've got to be joking me. We've had so much clock in this game, but we just can't score. It's a read option. Oh, Sean had some room. If he just tries outrun, he's got a shot. Waller's literally open there for the guaranteed first down, maybe even touchdown with the speed he has. That blows. And across the side, get up there, and then Mullen drops another pick. Is he for real? I mean, now the field goal matters. Oh my god, that's a GG, dude. Maybe it'll work out better. And the only way that would have happened is if Johnson blocked it and we scored a touchdown. That is depressing. Jacobs on the trap play. I mean, the run game's the only thing that's really getting us going. So, yes, it wastes clock, but at the same time, if it's the only thing getting you down the damn field, what are you supposed to do? Just, like, not do it? Maybe, but not us. Straight up to the line again, but obviously we're not going to run it this time. And Waller's dead. He's actually dead. They might call PI there. Ref's trying to keep this one into it. I don't care. Trying to keep us in it. I don't give a damn. Yep, pass interference, cheaters. And he kind of gets PI'd there. Of course, pressure, late throw because we had to wait. I mean, they're kind of locking us up, all things considered. They have a couple of decent players, but overall, not great. And once again, Waller is just dead. What's his stamina on? Jacobs again on that play is absolutely torching. Oh, Jacobs! Trying to do it all himself. That's a Player of the Week award. Come on, give it to him. Nice cut move. Might be the first time I've ever even seen a cut move on next gen, let alone a power back. It's kind of set up as like a sprint out to the right. And I do not trust anyone on this team throwing. We will take the rushing touchdown. We got a point. We got a touchdown for the first time in I don't even know how many quarters. We will take it. I could have trusted the throw. Thankfully, I did not. I believe that that was a good decision. And Waller, pretty open, gets the 2-point conversion. Trying to cut into that 3-pointer, which we do a bit. Once again, another 16-point deficit like last week, late into the game, but I suppose it gives you something to look forward to, a chance. A full 10 minutes, though. I mean, this game has gone by really slowly, especially the third quarter. The third quarter was an eternity. Houston did a really bad job of wasting clock. I mean, their drives were shorter than ours. It's just we couldn't finish. You know, that was the issue. So, I mean, if we continue to play the way the game is playing, there could be a chance. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I was worried. Littleton, huge hit by Abram. No fumble, though. Lindsey's played a really good game for them as well, speaking of. We'll have him over there, but could have been a read option. And there is no one in sight. Abram with another hit. There was no one in sight. If that's a fumble, that's our ball. I mean, there's no one there. I suppose it is time to just blitz, especially where the yard line they're on. A field goal kind of wins it. To the outside, good stiff arm, but we have the convoy. He loses 2, maybe 3. All right, bring in a little bit of a blitz. I don't really care for too much of the like fake out stuff. I think we just blitz and just hopefully tackle if we have the spot for it. I mean, what do you want from me? That's a touchdown. I mean, what do you want from me? You know, like we bring the blitz, we drop back for the bait, and he gets the time for the in cut. You know, it's just. We just get a pick on this Deshaun guy. He's been in the zone for a while. And you can't miss that. I'm sorry, Gladney. He's a small guy. You're a small guy. You miss that play and we lose the game. 38-15. GG. Here goes Drake again. Wide open. Going to use that speed to actually gain quite a bit of yards. Hurry up to the line again. Drake will block this time. Try to save his energy. I had Cooper, and we're going to get taken down. I literally blocked a running back, and Bryant, who is a trash can, just destroys us. I don't know what to tell you. That's 6 blockers versus 4, and they kind of suck. Like, their players. Inside, Waller, of course. They had a chance to swat it again. This time they don't get to it. I mean, McKenzie's been better, but not by much, right? So, I mean, I don't know. Kenyon Drake, I'm glad we put him in because he is very deadly. And look at him go, slipping off. And that is a really bad ball. I mean, I tried to throw it to the right, but he kind of just threw it down and in. It got there, but definitely not the best looking play in the world. Cooper. And no, I thought we were going to get away and we get sacked. Trap play has been really good for us, and you can see here as Jacobs runs it all the way down to the 1. Kind of want Jacobs to get a carry here and get a score. Screw it. Screw it, Jacobs. Touchdown. Ah, man. I don't know, maybe McKenzie has the juice. McKenzie's getting the ball. He's or not getting the ball, but he's getting the start next week. I think you have to, right? Drake could be our look. Kind of looks like it's zone. Ruggs, and oh my, that's a lot of pressure there, and I mean that kind of ends the game. Not that we had crazy expectations to come back and win this one when we can't even play defense, but you know that kind of physically ends it. Whereas we at least still had a chance, I suppose, if you get the play. Cooper way too small to try to hit stick. And is that his first rushing touchdown of the season? We're entering week 4, and he got his first rushing touchdown during garbage time. And a run commit, and they just walk through. Oh my God! Lindsey gets destroyed. I am shocked a fight didn't break out there. Hit him late. I don't give a damn. Are you joking me? What is this? Hello? I wanted the big play. That's a pretty good play, in fairness. Edwards gets the ball a little late there, I will say, but I mean, he makes the play, gets out of there, throws it to him. Like, there's a good find to Waller. Perfect ball. Perfect footwork. Waller. Oh, Waller with the spin around touchdown. That was a really bad play by them. Holy crap. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. We always underthrow that because we're afraid to throw that into the player. And here goes McKenzie on the draw, and he gets it. Nice little run there. Of course, the game is over, but you have your miracle chance. I suppose McKenzie has done enough to at least earn their job rather than Huntley just losing it for himself. So, you know, fair enough. Not a bad onside kick, but you would think really could. I mean, I guess it is another small guy, but really? But yeah, not a great game. 45-29. We had all the opportunities. We kind of did it to ourselves. Obviously, the Texans made it tough on us, but, you know, it's not like we just straight up like loss. We kind of hurt ourselves more than they hurt us. But yeah, very good coverage. They blocked up very well. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. We had a couple of opportunities. Mullen, once again, just like last week, dropping a pick in the kind of, it wasn't quite the red zone, but very close. They ended up getting a field goal, I believe, off of it. You don't know what happens with the pick there. The third and super long screen pass, there was no one there. Cunningham obviously made a great play, and you can't just throw it to him just because, you need it. But if he misses that, we're continuing the drive. They don't get the touchdown. Who freaking knows? It's just small stuff like that. Obviously, Huntley was just not great. Obviously, McKenzie ended up finishing slightly better than him, just pure completions to attempts. The yards were way higher. And, of course, he didn't throw 2 interceptions, obviously. Jacobs was really solid, but you can only run it so many times when you're down. Jacobs overall had almost 200 yards of total offense. Really good stuff. Waller was decent. Did not get Ruggs involved as much as we wanted to, but not really our choice. They were covering him really well. That was their number one priority this game, outside of, just making it tough on our quarterbacks. And they obviously came in with a great game plan. And obviously, it really sucks to have a pick from a defensive lineman on a swat that would have been a first down conversion. So, at the end of the day, we got unlucky, but we also shot ourselves in the foot way too many times. You can't walk on a foot that has 7 bullets in it. Simply put, that's my suggestion for the day. So Daniel Carlson, he's kind of the GOAT already, so this upgrade point just doesn't even make sense, because how can you upgrade if you're a god? But I guess he found a way to excel. And then Will Robbins, the superstar edge, who... does he replace Max Crosby? I'm just saying, what has Max brought to us? Let's take a look at how Max Crosby actually finished. I don't think anyone had more than a sack, though. I don't think they did. Let's take a look. It looked really promising, too. I used him a few times. Like I said, I don't know how many users I was going to get out of him. I did, probably 3 or 4. He came in with a half sack in the first, 2 plays, but he ended up with just that half. We just didn't get to the quarterback, simply put. And coming off of a bit of a slide, 2 games in a row, giving up 44+, and struggling a bit on offense. Obviously, if you want to see the sliders, you really want a tough challenge, which is what I've been wanting. So I'm kind of, liking it a little bit. This is what we got. I think for the accuracy, when you look at how bad our quarterbacks are, even with 17 accuracy, they're hitting the majority of their throws. So maybe put 20 or something. What else do we have? Pass blocking, wide receiver catching. I think maybe you drop their coverage a little bit. You drop their run blocking a little bit. Their pass blocking probably goes down to 44. And I think that's all good. But that's pretty much going to be it for this episode of our Raiders franchise. Of course, not good to lose 2 in a row, especially, which now puts us under 500. Obviously, we wasted way too many opportunities in that game, and we do have a few things to fix on the sliders. But overall, I really like the sliders because I don't have to pretend that it's hard. It's actually hard, and that applies in other facets of life, in the bedroom, nothing. But, of course, going to change a few things, maybe a little bit of the blocking sliders. Everything else I think is pretty good, and it's been challenging. I like it. It's been tough, and the quarterback position is going to get a new face. So we'll see what happens with McKenzie going forward. Does he lose the job to Trubisky? Does Trubisky become the greatest of all time? Does he lose the job and Huntley is back? I don't freaking know. We'll have to find out, and hopefully you guys find out with me on our next episode, which should be probably Wednesday, actually. So definitely check that out. And, of course, tomorrow we'll have a stream for that episode, Week 4 against the Titans on twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. Of course, including that, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I appreciate your continued support. Maybe follow me on twitter.com/Jeromepkr, and then my second channel, PKR Plays, which should be one of the Star Wars episodes today. I had it edited for a couple days ago, and I just didn't post it, and then I'll get some more Far Cry up as well, which, speaking of, we'll probably stream after Raiders tomorrow. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!